Chapter 10. 1 week later, my brother is released from the medical center. He's made a full recovery. I can't thank Doc enough. He kept my nightmare from coming true. On our way to our room, Wes and I keep a steady pace down the hallways. The lights above us give a dull glow, reminding us it's nighttime. We're not supposed to be out right now, but with Wesley just released, I think, well, I hope, they'll make an exception. Doc has to have some authority, right? As we pass the mess hall, I notice Zoom working on one of the scanners. I feel like I should apologize for what happened the other day. Besides, he hasn't heard the good news about Wesley. But then I see Farrell march out of the kitchen area, and he doesn't look happy. Wes and I hide in the hallway, backs against the wall.
Zoom, you told me you would have this fixed yesterday.
Yes, Father, I apologize. The work is proving more difficult than I first assumed.
That's why you don't assume. Get your facts straight before reporting to me.
I scoff. What a jerk.
Farrell's voice again. Repair this replicator before breakfast tomorrow. I don't care if it takes you all night.
Yes, Father.
Footsteps move toward the doors, toward us. Uh-oh. My heart feels heavy as an anchor as we stand there, frozen. Maybe Farrell will head to the left and not see us. Nope. Farrell makes a sharp right, smacking directly into me. His force field activates, and I bounce off of it.
Ow! Oh, Riley! What are you doing out so late?
My mouth goes dry.
Wesley was just released from the medical center, so we were headed back to our room right now.
I see, but you thought you'd stop and listen to Zoom's and my conversation first, is that it? I press my lips together.
Yes, sir, Wesley admits quietly.
I shoot him a look.
To my surprise, Farrell laughs. I like your honesty. He glances back at the mess hall where Zoom is working away. Well, your room's force field will already be up, so ask Zoom for your one-time code. He has them all. Then get some rest.
Okay, I answer.
Smiling, he grips my left shoulder and Wesley's right. Good night, boys, and pleasant dreams. Then continues on his way. Blowing out a relieved breath, I nudge my brother.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Mood Swings.
He laughs with me, and then turns his focus on our one and only friend. Hey, Zoom. Startled, he whirls around, then relaxes at the sight of our familiar faces. Wesley, it is good to see you standing. Thanks. Feels good. I smile. We wanted to tell you the good news that Wes is up and about, ready to fight again.
Yippee, Wes murmurs, making us laugh.
Yes, being healthy means one is able to fight, Zoom says. A blessing and a curse. Yep. I gesture to the maze of wires. What you working on, I ask, though I already heard the altercation. I am repairing this replicator. As fighters win more matches, they are allowed to choose what they want to eat. This one has been malfunctioning, so I have been attempting to fix it. I nod. Actually, we need a favor. We need the code to our room. Force field's already up. I will get it for you. Zoom starts swiping and tapping away on the device wrapped around his arm. Blue numbers hover above, like a holographic calendar. All we have to do is enter the code on the console outside our room, and the force field will deactivate for 5 seconds, giving us enough time to slip inside. Also, rocking on my heels, I stuff my hands in my pockets. I'm sorry about the other day. I didn't mean to push you or upset you. It is all right. You have helped me reconsider some things.
I have?
Yes. Zoom glances around, though the room is deserted. You asked me the other day if in 17 years I have seen anyone escape. I have seen many attempt to escape, but they always are brought back. They are captured and tortured. Some have even died from the torture. I wince. But it could have worked if they had the access codes to the force fields and to the ships. He pauses. The codes I possess. I blink. Is he saying what I think he's saying? Wesley shifts beside me. So, you're leaving? I am. He nods fervently, as if he's still trying to convince himself. I am. If you two are willing, I would like to take you with me. What? Everything within me stops. You're serious? Yes. I have never been out on my own, and that frightens me. I would appreciate the company. Wesley gasps out a breath, completely baffled. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this idea. I guess you can't tell your dad that you're quitting your job and taking a couple of friends along.
No. He may be fine, even happy with my departure, but not with any of his fighters. Father believes it is an honor to fight in the arena. He views it as an insult when any one of them tries to escape, when they do not appreciate his hospitality. It is how he was raised. But you've never adopted that mentality, I comment. No. I need to leave. I will go anywhere. Wesley grins. You're more than welcome to come with us to Earth. Plenty of room there. I don't know how people would fare with a frilled lizard man coming to Texas, but I guess we can cross that bridge when we come to it. I groan inwardly. I hate to burst Wesley's bubble, but this seems too good to be true. Does Zoom really want to help us escape? Is it even possible? Zoom, what happens if we're caught? I ask. Why would you take such a risk for us? Because you are the only ones who have ever befriended me. I want to repay your kindness. I do not wish to travel alone or be alone. I am willing to take the risk. I nod, beginning to understand. He's lonely. He's tired of the monotony and abuse. He's ready for something new, something better. I know the workings of this ship like no other. I have access to any ship in the hangar bay. I believe we can do this. We can escape. He glances at the replicator. I should return to my work, but we will talk again tomorrow. We will work out a plan. Wesley can't contain himself and squeezes the life out of Zoom. Man, thank you, Zoom, thank you! Zoom tenses at the foreign affection, but then smiles and awkwardly hugs him back. Gratitude and hope begin to swell within me. I've been thinking about and wanting to escape since the moment we got here. Though my logical side, my cautious side, tries to warn me, tries to slow me down. But with every passing second, that side of me is fighting a losing battle. Focus! Merc shouts. On the mat in the training room, Merc is shooting stinging little beads at me from his wrist guard. I don't know exactly what they are. All I know and all I need to know is that they hurt like the dickens. I dodge and swat them away, but I've been hit a few times, more than usual when we do this exercise. I can't help it. My mind's racing. Wes and I finalized everything with Zoom yesterday and went over it again this morning. Now we're counting down the minutes to when this day turns to night and we can say goodbye to this place forever. Plus, we've got Doc joining us too. Merc rips off his wrist guard. All right, I'm done. If you're not going to give it your all, you're wasting my time. Go. It is a waste of time since I'll be leaving, but I feel bad that I've disappointed him. Breathing hard, I wrap my sweat towel around my neck. I'm sorry, Merc. I'll do better tomorrow. You're not planning on being here tomorrow, are you? I freeze. What do you mean? He pins me with those penetrating eyes. Whatever you're planning on doing, don't. My chest hurts, and I grab my water, trying to show a nonchalance I don't feel. What are you talking about, Merc? You know what I'm talking about. No, I don't. Stop lying, Price. I'm not lying! He steps closer to me. I'm a Vernon. We feel people's emotions. It takes me a moment to process that. Thanks for sharing that tidbit of information now. I sense anxiety and hope in you. The same emotions I felt in trainees who try to escape this place. I glance at the mat, letting my guard down. Can you blame me for trying? Yes, because you will fail and only add to Farrell's pride. Stop letting your emotions control you. I'm not going to sit here and do nothing. Noticing others glance in our direction, I lower my voice. I almost lost my brother. I can't let that happen. What makes you so special? He asks. What makes you think you'll succeed where so many others have failed? First time for everything. I pause, eyeing him. Unless you're planning on telling on us. I wonder what the reward is for ratting out escapees. He shakes his head. For what it's worth, I hope you succeed. Same wish I had for all the others who tried. Breathing again, I find a smile. You could come with us. No, my place is here. I'll survive. But I wish you and your brother luck. You'll need it. Stifling a laugh, I stretch out my hand. Thanks, Merc. And thank you for everything you've taught me, for putting up with me. He grips my hand. You're welcome. As I head for the exit, I begin to wonder, will that be my last practice? Will this be the last time I'm in this room? I can only hope and prepare. With bated breath, Wesley and I stay up super late, Wait until everyone is silent and asleep, minus a handful of guards. Our tech-savvy friend has our code ready, and he's got the ship loaded with food and supplies. Zoom enters the emergency code to the console controlling our force field. The yellow light dissolves away. We're free of our room. I hope we can be free of this ship. Oh yeah, and Neon is joining us. I should have known my brother wouldn't be able to leave without him. I can tell Wesley's nervous. Of course, I am too. If this doesn't work, if we get caught, who knows what will happen to us? It's all right. We'll make it. I squeeze his shoulder, his racing heart in rhythm with my own. You ready? Wesley nods. And action. Wesley starts fake groaning and moaning. Zoom and I get on either side of him, put one of his arms around our necks, and start walking down the hallways with Neon scampering behind. Sometimes he almost trips us up. He's the only one who's not nervous. Guards are scattered about, one here, two there. We've only crossed 30 feet, and already a guard is approaching. What's going on? Why are you out of your rooms? Please help us. My brother... Something's wrong, I say in a pleading voice. We've got to get him to the medical center. Wes hams it up and cries out again, wincing and lowering his head. The guard nods and lets us pass. Doesn't bother to help us. Doesn't say a word. Just goes back to his post. We have that same conversation with a few more guards, and then we finally reach our destination. Having volunteered to take the all-night shift, Doc is ready and waiting inside the medical center. Once the door automatically closes, Doc points at a vent. It's in the corner of the room, on the wall at foot level. There's your exit, boys. Yours too, I say. Come on, let's go before it... No. Shaking his head, Doc smiles sadly. I won't be joining you. What? Wesley frowns. You have to! They're gonna know you helped us! For all they know, you came in here and sedated me. He holds up a sedative for emphasis. No, I honestly don't think I'd fit inside that ventilation system. And one more person is just another mouth to feed on your journey. I'll be fine, boys. You need to go. You have your whole lives ahead of you. I can't believe he's saying this right now. Doc, please, I begin. No. He rests a hand on each of our shoulders, while Zoom looks on. It's for the best. Now get going. Zoom's frills flap with anxiety. We must go. Sighing in defeat, Wesley and I hug Dr. Palmer. Thanks for everything, Doc, I say. Yes, thank you, Wesley echoes. Of course. Safe journey to all of you. Zoom bows his head in acknowledgement. Heading over to the vent, Zoom attempts to pull off the cover, but it won't budge for him. Here, I got it. I bend down and remove it. Wesley stiffens beside me. That's a lot smaller than I imagined. There's no other way, Zoom says. Blowing out a breath, Wesley nods. All right, let's get this over with. Activating the light on his wrist, Zoom starts crawling through like a mouse. He's so skinny, it's not as cramped for him. Wesley places Neon inside, then reluctantly gets in, and then me. Doc replaces the cover, sealing our decision. On our hands and knees, we're inside the bowels of the ship. It's hot. I'm a little freaked out myself. When I arch my back, I feel the vent wall scraping it. Doc was right. If I barely fit, he wouldn't have. I wish there was another route we could take. Wesley seems to be wishing the same thing, because his labored breathing becomes rapid, like he's about to hyperventilate. Right. I can't do this. I need air. I gotta get out. Wes, hey, I soothe, resting a hand on his leg. It's okay. I'll be right here the whole time. You got this. He takes another shuddering breath. No, I can't breathe. He tries to back up. Wes, there's no going back. We're getting out of here. Every inch forward is an inch closer to home. Focus on that. Okay? I blink, sweat stinging my eye. Focus on Neon. Neon turns in a circle in front of him. Just breathe, I tell him. I'm here. He nods and starts moving forward again. Okay. I keep talking, keep encouraging Wesley, encouraging myself at the same time. Then it suddenly grows silent, because what if someone hears us? I guess it's too late now. I don't hear any alarms going off, but I still stay dead quiet. After about 10 minutes, Zoom announces, We are here. He grabs a tiny device with a laser and cuts a square opening for us. We all scramble out and find ourselves in the hangar bay, surrounded by ships. Wesley takes a few deep gulps of air, hand to his chest. Then he breaks out into a huge smile. We did it! We did it! He whispers, screams, slapping me on the back. I'm grinning, but I can't celebrate yet. Not until we're a good light year from our oppressors. Which ship are we taking? I ask. Slipstream, Zoom answers, placing his hand on an octagon shape on the ship. It begins to power up. With Zoom being the descendant of the leader, any ship will power up for him. Talk about convenience. Also, if you're wondering, Zoom made a few adjustments to Farrell's computers, so it will be a while before they detect that there was an unauthorized launch. The red and gold ramp lowers, welcoming us. We all bound inside, heading for victory, for freedom, for home. But my smile vanishes when I see 3 guards sitting in the 3 chairs. I stop so abruptly, Wesley bumps into me. Well, 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 what do we have here? The ugliest one asks. The Price brothers trying to escape. Wes and I share a defeated, terrified, utterly confused look. All the hope rushes out of me, leaving me weak and lightheaded. What is going on? How could they have possibly known? Zoom walks up to them. You will tell my father, yes? You promised. It will sound better coming from you than from me. Yes, Zoom, as we agreed, one of them says, sounding irritated, like he's asked that question 20 times. I can practically see the wheels turning in Wesley's head. Zoom! He half pleads, half scolds. I'm too angry to speak. Zoom glances at us, with nothing but coldness and pride in his eyes. He looks like a different person. He stands off to the side, smug and... He set us up, befriended us, lied to us, betrayed us. All wheeling and dealing here. Everything for perks, fend for yourself. No, why? How could he do this to us? Was it all an act? Even our friendship in the very beginning? He tricked us into gaining his trust, and then backstabs us, just so he can get in his father's good graces. It's no wonder everyone hates him. That's what Sif was trying to tell me. Why didn't I listen? Why did I ignore the signs? How could I have been so foolish and blind? Because I was desperate. I was hungry, starving for freedom. I could taste it. I ignored the warnings and plunged headfirst into a trap. Let's go, boys. The guard with the red war paint above his eyebrow gestures for us to move. Back to our room, back to our cell, back to our prison, our torture, our purgatory. Exhaling, I stomp down the ramp, but my anger fuels me, and I suddenly lose it. I refuse to walk back to my room. They're going to have to drag me in, drag in my corpse. We're going to escape right now or die trying. Elbowing the guard behind me, I spin around and kick him. With a groan, he goes down, but the other guards pull out their stun batons. My body automatically assumes the battle pose, ready and willing to fight. Right, what are you doing? Are you crazy? My brother rasps. I look at him, angering him, my eyes sending him a silent, urgent message. If we don't escape now, we never will. They will be expecting it. They will be watching us like hawks. We've come too far to quit. We're not going down without a fight. And the battle begins. In the middle of the hangar bay, surrounded by tools, parts, and ships, we're swinging left and right. One guy grabs me from behind, wrapping me up. But sorry, dude, I gotta fight dirty if I'm gonna leave, so I bite his arm as hard as I can. He screams and lets go. Taking advantage of our surroundings, Wesley and I grab tools lying around and start blocking and fighting with those too. Zoom, like the wimp he is, watches from the sidelines. Then I see him running to the door, probably wanting to call for backup. I throw a wrench-like tool at him. It flies, spinning toward him, and hits him in the back. He yelps and goes down. When the guards seem a little leery of us, I find myself laughing and taunting. Oh, come on, guys! What are you afraid of? A couple of human teenagers? The large hangar bay door opens, and in comes Sick, very tired and very annoyed. What is going on? I guess Zoom crawled his way to the communications device to contact security. He stands by the door, rubbing his back. Snarling, I rush Sick. But a claw spirals out of his gun and latches onto me, wraps around my torso. My body tenses. I can't even scream as pain paralyzes me, locks me up, and throws away the key. When he finally releases, I scream, gasp, and then slump to the ground. I faintly hear Wesley calling out my name, feel the guards grab me, force me to my knees. Wesley's in a similar predicament. I'm breathing hard, but I'm still fighting, using my mouth, the only thing I have left. You can't keep us here like animals! Zoom comes out of nowhere and punches me, his scales scratching and burning my cheek. Silence, human! Smirking, I spit on his webbed feet, staining them red.
That just enrages him into another series of punches. He ignores Wesley's demands to stop. What a skinny coward. I could take him, if my arms weren't behind my back, maybe even one-handed. Enough, Sick commands. Zoom, get over here. Giving me one last glare, he goes to stand next to Sick, like he's the teacher's pet. Or like the teacher's frog. Bring them to the detention cell, Sick instructs.